Hello everybody. Today we are going to do a review, and it is going to be finally on the base SuperNatural. And you can't really see the natural part because it's like a hologram thingy. I can't really tell, but it does say natural on the bottom of that super. So I would really want to start off by saying thank you so much to the people at base. Dirk, I do appreciate the opportunity you've given me. I do apologize it took a little bit longer, but I was very unhappy with the previous video and the written review, so I decided to scrap it after filming it, editing it, and realizing that it wasn't up to par. Starting off, we are going to talk about the stick specifications first. Is the Russell curve. Which is, basically the same version of the Hosa, except the Russell's a little bit taller of a blade. Same curve, taller blade, which is a whole lot better. The blade is a little bit thicker too, which I do like. Thicker blades, they feel a lot better, a lot more responsive, and they crack a little bit. It's a little bit harder for them to crack. Starting off with the height, we took the regular length stick and we added a 4-inch composite plug. So I can't really complain about that because it allowed me to actually cut off 1.5 inches and make it the perfect height for me. One thing that did take a little bit of adjustment was the lie of the blade. It is a little bit different than the ones I've been using. I usually use about a 5.5 lie. This one is a little bit lower, but nothing, a little bit of adjustment. First impressions for the stick. Once I got it out of the box, it's a beautiful all black stick, except the lime green base, and of course my name and my number. So I was very happy about that. One thing that really stuck out to me was the blade, the texture of it. It's that shark skin type of texture, so I was really happy with that. It's really cool. It doesn't come off either. After a couple of tape jobs, so it's lasted a while. It's also another thing that really made me happy. Hopefully I can get it. There we go. It's polar fiber. So all of you like me who are familiar with the 2007 Warrior Dolomites, this is a polar fiber grip. It's scratchy, but it's not scratchy enough to really mess with your blade. Not your blade, to mess with your palms, and it just gives it an amazing grip that always feels dry no matter how wet it gets, and so I was very happy with that. It's a 95 flex stick, so it adds a little bit of whip, but it's still stiff enough. One thing you have to realize about these sticks is they're a whole lot whippier than normal. Their shooting, their performance when it comes to taking a wrist shot or a slap shot, very whippy. And the kick is a whole different point than what I'm normally used to. I'm used to low kick sticks. This one, I can't really tell sometimes where the kick is because it's so responsive to your hand placement that it's going to be a whole lot different each single time, it seems. So it just really threw me off. But once I got used to it, I realized that one-timers with this stick were phenomenal and so accurate too. So wrist shots and snapshots flew right off the blade. So that made me very happy. It's very responsive, very good shaft. So as far as shaft performance, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2 thumbs up because it's just fantastic. The grip, totally awesome. Can't complain about it. There's no complaints to be had about it here. Now the blade, it's a whole different story. The blade is naturally, I had it taped, and I do apologize about that. One thing that kind of bothered me about the blade is it developed a crack very quickly after about 6 or 7 uses. So when it got time to, start getting closer to using it basically full time, so I can really ramp up this. So I can really ramp up this entire review. I noticed that there was a crack developing, which is fine. That's normal. But I didn't expect it to happen so quickly. It's not too bad. I did actually add an adhesive to it to kind of patch it up, and I put the chunk that came off back into it, but you can feel there's an indentation right there. There's nothing going through to the other side, so it wasn't too bad. It's just one issue that I've had with this type of carbon weave on my blades. If you can see the carbon weave somewhere, come on, let's see if the sunlight can catch it. There we go, now you can see it. So this type of carbon weave I've always had kind of an issue with because it cracks a lot easier because the squares are much closer together, or that's what it felt like to me. But other than that, honestly, this stick hasn't had an issue since. You know, it did not soften up the blade. It did not make it worse. And so I'm very happy that it's lasted this long. And that's literally my only gripe about it. So as far as the blade, I'm going to go ahead and give it I'll just go ahead and give it one thumb up because of the fact that it came up, it got that. But as far as performance for the blade, I'm still going to give it 2 thumbs up. So durability, it's hanging on pretty good. I'm going to give it 1 thumb, but because of the fact that it developed that crack, and if I flex the blade a little bit backwards, you can kind of see it, but I don't want to mess with it too much because I want to let the break happen naturally instead of force it. But it was able to open up a little bit until I put that chunk back on there. I do want to talk about this. I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of it, and just as I did point out, that crack is pretty visible there if you can see it, and there's also some chipping on the toe, but the toe chipping, I think that's pretty normal. But that's about the damage there. That it's all that it's gotten in the last 4 or 5 months that I have been testing out this stick, using it every game, and just making sure that I can get a good feel for it for the review. Performance-wise, I will recommend this stick. I actually use this stick when I play defense. Shots from the point with this stick is easily one of the lightest sticks I've ever used. It's very well balanced. One thing that really threw me off as well was see this line right here? It kind of threw me off. I thought it was a break or something, but that's just the wrap for the weave. Hi baby, come on. And it's just the wrap for the grip, or at least that's the impression that I'm under. So it's not too bad. It's nothing really to complain about. And so like I said, performance-wise, I will go ahead and give it a 2 thumbs up for the shaft and for the blade. Durability, I'll give it 2 thumbs up, even with that crack, because it hasn't impaired the ability to use it. I've had sticks break on me within the first slap shot during testing, and I wasn't too happy about it, but hey, that's the way it goes. Would I recommend this stick to anybody? Yes, I absolutely would. One of the things that I always push on everyone is, go on the base website, get signed up to their team. You actually will get a discount for their sticks. They'll even send you some testers if they can get them out to you. They're really good about their customer service. One thing about Base that you will never ever have a complaint about is their customer service. It is phenomenal. They're great people to work with, great people to talk to, extremely knowledgeable. There is no complaints about them. And other than that, that'll be my review for the Base SuperNatural. And go out there and get it. It's a really good stick. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. If you want, go ahead and share it, subscribe, ask me anything. I'll be more than happy to work with you. All right? Again, thank you so much to Base. Love you guys. Great work. Great sticks. I'm glad that you guys are back in the market.